YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So today, guys, we're doing a RYZEAL deck. Now, last week, we actually did this variant for RYZEAL, but I really thought that this was a bit of a measly deck to try out in Master Duel. So yeah, I did a little bit of a tweaking for the deck from MD Pro that we did. And so far, this is my latest version, or my last version for the deck. Synergy was quite good, to be honest. We're maxing out a copy of Ice, a copy of Sword, and a copy of X tier. You want to see more of your starters from the RYZEAL rather than the voiceless voice ones. The reason for this is it doesn't really matter because once you got the RYZEAL cards as your starter, you can easily go into a copy of Starring Knight. And if you have a copy of Low on hand, you can just special summon Low from your hand. That way, you can go with your voiceless voice line with a copy of Low to your Skull Guardian for an extra monster negate, or basically an Omni negate on the field. Plus, the protection from the barrier is quite good since you have a copy of Detonator that is also a light monster. With regards to the main deck, we are running 2 Lancias as your non-engines, Ash, Max C, a couple of Imperms, and your typical Cold Buys and Crossout Designators. So far, I didn't have any trouble playing this deck in rank. Most of the games that I've been playing up against are Malice and RYZEAL, some of which are stun variants or stun decks. For the extra deck, we have Exiton Knight for just a board wipe, 1 Baguska, 1 number 60 Dugares, 1 Photon Blast Dragon, 1 Asafil. Now, if you have a copy of Tornado Dragon, I think that would be much better because it works pretty well with a copy of the trap card here. You can spell summon 1 rank 4 monster if you have the materials on the board. And then 1 Banshee, 1 Starring Knight, 1 Utopic Ray Lancer, 1 Banshee just to gain you more materials from your deck, 2 copies of Duo Drive, and a copy of, or 3 copies of Detonator here with 2 copies of Aggregator. The Aggregator is quite significant though because it is a pretty good negate if ever you're going second. Anywho, that is basically your main deck right here, guys. Let's move on with the replays that I want to showcase to you guys with regards to this deck and how to establish the board from here on out. So without further ado, let's move on to our replays. Alright guys, so here we are with our replays. I'll just be showcasing 3 replays at this point on. The last replay is just against a stun variant. We're going first. It was totally an easy game. But yeah, just 3 replays because this is basically just showing off how this deck works. Alright, so like I said earlier, we just need to see 1 starter from any of the RYZEAL cards, the Ice, the Sword, and the X, plus a copy of Low. But nevertheless, the copy of Saphira is not too bad as a starter anyways. So we can still manage with this. 2 Ice, 1 Ash, and 2 Saphiras. We go first with Ice. Ice on the field, Sword next, Sword, get a copy of X, X dump Duo Drive, and then X gaining access to Node. Go into RYZEAL Duo Drive, attach the Duo Drive in the graveyard. Use the effect of Duo Drive because this is our 4th summon. We gain access to Cross and Plugin. Cross activated for a monster negate. Saphira next, dump to the graveyard, pitch Prayer and a copy of Skull Guardian on hand. Saphira banished. Use the effect of Saphira and Ice on hand as materials for Skull Guardian. Now, we already used our normal summon. It doesn't really matter. We use the node here for the spell summon and then go into a copy of Starring Knight. Star Knight, detach, spell summon the Low to the field. Low get Barrier, Barrier get Trap card or the Ceruvus monster. Either way, it's still pretty good. Plugin, spell summon the Load. Node activates, tribute our Starring Knight, spell summon another level 4. And that 2 level 4s, we go into a copy of Detonator. And then we attach 1 card to our Detonator. And that's basically the board. Oh yeah, before we end our turn here, we use the effect of Cross. Spin back 2 RYZEAL cards for 1 draw. Luckily, we got a copy of Imperm as well. So that is our board. 3 pops from the Detonator. 1 protection from the barrier. 1 Omni negate from the Skull Guardian. And a 1 draw from the Cross, and then a monster negate from the Cross as well. Sad to say, we're going up against Standby. So our guy has a pretty good hand. Go for Lightning Storm here. We'll try to negate that one because we'll try to protect our back row. Sad to say, it's negating the activation. So if he has another Lightning Storm, like that, we can't do anything. So we are forced to use our Radiance here. Radiance, spin back the Prayer. Special summon the Ceruvus monster from our deck to the field. Go for Pydra. He'll try to search out the field spell. No, I'm not too worried about this because as long as the field spell doesn't hit the field, we can survive this turn. We can't get OTK'd because we have a pretty good board or high attacking monster on the board. So with this, it's gonna get negated from Pydra. Use the effect of Gold Sark. We'll try to pop the Pydra here in case he'll get the Chundra. Sad to say, he got the out for that as well. Droplet, sending 3 cards to the graveyard for 3 negates. There you go, and that turns off everything else. So at this point on, I just turned off the auto. Go for Blaster, Blaster effect, add Genruko, Genruko spell summon to the field, and go for battle. At this point, he just gets all the Tenpai cards on the field. Chundra effect, get the Fadra, Fadra gets the Pydra, and yeah, go for an attack. So that's it, basically. Just go for Sangen, Biden Dragon. Biden spell summons 1 monster from the graveyard to the field. Pops my Detonator. Pydra pops the Duo Drive. Go into Trident Dragon. And then Biden summon to the field next. Sync off last into a copy of Transcendent. Transcendent goes into Skull Guardian. Destroy itself. Spell summon it back to the field. And then it can pop 1 card. Popping our Skull Guardian. Sad to say we don't have, and we can't even activate it also. We don't have prayers in the graveyard, needless to say. Destroying my entire board, and he doesn't have any follow-ups for main phase 2 other than going into a copy of Heretic Seal, which nevertheless is not really a big problem because we got our out. On our turn, we draw into a copy of Low normal summon, get Barrier, go for battle phase since it has a 0 attack. He'll be forced to use it, bouncing back our barrier. Special summoning a copy of Magnemite to the field. Destroying the Magnemite. Main phase 2, use barrier here. Get Saphira, Saphira Pitch, plus Prayer. Get a copy of Skull Guardian on hand. Ritual summon using Low. And that's basically it. Skull Guardian to the field, plus Low. And that's our negate. If he uses the Visual monster or any dragon monster at this point during the end phase, I can still negate it. And the next card that he managed to search out can still negate it as well. So that is our game number 1. Let's move on with our game number 2. Okay, game number 2 where we have 2 swords, 1 X, 1 barrier, and a copy of plugin. Now we're going second up against Malice here. The silver lining out of this match here is this guy doesn't know how to play Malice, so we were practically safe at this point. So he's going first, going for Underground, spell summoning a copy or banishing a copy of Chessicat. Chessicat travel to the field, draw 2, hair back to the hand, hair activates its effect, banishing another copy of hair. Then lastly, go for Splash Mage, spell summon the hair from the graveyard. And then going into a copy of Red Ransom. Now, like I said, he doesn't know how to play this deck. He could have gone into a white binder here, which is kind of useful rather than Red Ransom. Regardless, I'm not too sad about this because he just ended his turn right here. That's the only board that he actually made with this hand. So, we got a copy of Low here. X, pitch in the aggregator, try to negate. I'll try to use the effect of X. We got negated from the Malice of the Mirror. That's why he just searched out a copy of Underground there. So there we go. We got negated. Then going for Red Ransom to the field. And then next up into a copy of White Rabbit. White Rabbit searches out the card that can banish 1 card. I think that's 07? I'm not too sure. I think that was 07, I think. Yeah, MTP 7. 07. Go for Sword in the field. We got Ash. My main purpose here, since we still have our normal summon, is to spell summon our Exciton Knight. Which, yeah, we were able to summon to the field. Exciton to the field. Use the effect. Detach 1. Pop everything in the field. Our guy is gonna go banish. Doesn't really matter. We used our materials here. Plus, we still have the normal summon, by the way. Plus a plugin, which is kind of important. So pretty good. Pop everything else. Plug in, spell summon a level 4. There we go. Our guy is trigger happy. Spell summoning the Drew Swarm. That could have ended badly on our part, but yeah. He's just trigger happy. Going for barrier next. Barrier, search out a copy of Saphira. Saphira pitch to the graveyard plus prayer. There we go. And getting a copy of Skull Guardian. Ritual summon Skull Guardian here. Pitch the low. Then Skull Guardian in the field. Low. Spell summon to the field. And like I said, we still have our normal summon, by the way. Pretty good. So we get a copy of Saruvis here since we can end the game right here. Normal summon. The sword. Go for dual drive. You can still negate. What if ever there's a significant card that we will try to negate? There you go. Attach one RYZEAL card. Then spell summon one monster. Detach 2, get cross and node. Activate the node. And at this point, just spin back 2, draw 1. Target the field spell since we already have the Anomaly Negate on the board. Spell summon 1 level 4 and go for a copy of Detonator. Attach 1, go for an attack. And that's basically it. Amazing as it is, that's game number 2. Let's move on with game number 3. Alright, so for game number 3, we have Maxi, Sword, 1X, 1 Saphira, and a copy of Prayers. Not too bad. That's what we want to see on our hand. We're going first. So, X, pitch, dual drive, get node, spell summon Sword, Sword, get a copy of Ice. Go into dual drive, attach the dual drive from our graveyard. That's 3 materials. Detach 2 from dual drive, get a copy of... Get a copy of Cross and Plugin. Sad to say we got Snow Rabbit, so we can't do that. Luckily, we still have a follow-up though. If we didn't have Voiceless Voice here, that would be our board right there. So dump Saphira and Prayers, get Guardian. Ritual Summon into Skull Guardian. And since we still have our normal summon, we go for low normal summon. Getting our barrier getting a Saruvis, or yeah, we got the Saruvis or the trap card, either way. Spin back 2 spell cards, 1 would be the ritual card, and that's our board right there. So it's not too bad, but you know, it wasn't, that's the best thing we can do. So our guys are gonna go for RYZEAL first. Normal summon, we trigger the effect of Saruvis, spell summon our ritual monster to the field. We go for Maxi Chain Link 3 because he will spell summon. Go for Saruvis in the field. Go into Sword, or he'll go into Sword. Sword, get a copy of X. And like I said, he's still going for this point. At this point, X gonna be spell summoned. Luckily, we have the Saruvis, and we still have protection from any targeted effect with the Saruvis. So he's gonna go for dual drive here, and luckily we got Ash just in the nick of time. So he'll try to use the effect of dual drive. We'll Ash that one. At this point, I'm very lucky with the cards that I drew. He's gonna go for Cross. He had the Cross on hand at that point. And then lastly, go for a copy of Detonator. So all he needs to do is just attach one card from the graveyard, attack the low, and that's basically the game right there. So, and happy as it is, we got triple tactics. We'll try to use the effect of barrier. He'll pop the barrier. Doesn't really matter because I want him to trigger one of the monster effects for the triple tactics. And he also used the effect of aggregator to target my monster, which I just used the effect of Saruvis, which of course he chained with a copy of Detonator. It's not too bad. It was sad because we got Prayers from the graveyard. I shouldn't have done that. Regardless, we go for triple tactics. Control, go for battle, destroying that monster so that our guy can't do any monster negates. There we go. Saphira pitch Prayer and get a copy of Skull Guardian. Ritual summon again using the Saruvis on hand. Oops, sorry. Skull Guardian in the field, low on the field, and then gaining access to our barrier. Plus, we still have the normal summon. If you have an ice barrier here, that would be pretty good. Anyways, that is our board. We'll try to use the field spell next. You can just negate it. Anywho's, that is our game right there, or our replays right there. What are your thoughts on the new RYZEAL and Voiceless voice? Tell me in the comment section below. And if you want a deck list for this deck, it will be in the comment section below as well. Keep safe, good luck guys. Until next time, hopefully we can make a last video for the tier list today. Today's Sunday, right? Yeah. Keep safe, good luck. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. See you later, guys. Goodbye.